It's your boy Ace from Ace Corner Talk. Hopefully this live stream will go well and it won't chop up and it won't be all distorted. I'm gonna talk today just for a quick moment, man, about control. And hopefully y'all can, hear me and see me well. Greetings to everybody who subscribed to my channel. Greetings to all of my peoples that, rock with me, love what I do. I'm trying my best, man, to stay active and give good content much as I can. Things that I'm experiencing, things I might, think about, go through, whatever. So I'm trying to give y'all some, content to, to kind of be active and give y'all content. So I want to talk today about control, right? And this is something that everybody on the face of this earth deals with it. Everybody. The animal kingdom deals with it. Us human beings deal with it. Everything that we experience on the face of this earth will potentially deal with control, right? You got control in your family. You got control in your relationships. You got controlling issues on your job. Every aspect of our life, we're going to deal with this particular topic some way or other. What's up, Keith? The DMV, what's good? Good morning. Peace. We're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it. So I was thinking about some issues and things that, some of the people surrounding me are going through. And one thing popped into my mind, and it was control. And like I do when God do speak to me, when he drops things on me, and I, 9 times out of 10, if I'm really focused, I can hear what he's saying. If I'm caught up on things, I can miss a whole lot of stuff that he says. But he gave this to me, man. This is just so plain and simple. He said control. See, God doesn't control. That's something that man does. That's God's opposite. You understand? Satan, he controls. God doesn't control. He gives you free will to do whatever you want to. God does not want to have controlling aspect over you at all. Not at all. But one thing that I realize is that when you're under the influence of control, like if you're under the influence of somebody who is controlling, mainly you're dealing with somebody who has possession issues. Control is a form of possession. Control is, in a sense, if somebody wants to control you, they'll manipulate you. There are underlying things that people do when they want to control you as a human being. In essence, let me say this. When you deal with control, when you deal with somebody or something that consists of control, you have to understand that is an influence that's more potent and stronger than just about the majority of issues and forces we deal with. Because the person that is controlled is dominated, and when you're controlled by something or someone, you belong to them. Do realize that. If somebody's controlling you, you belong to them. You might not want to admit it, you might not want to open your eyes to it, but you belong to them because they can potentially get you to do whatever they want you to do. That's when you're controlled. When a person that possesses a controlling spirit or a controlling attribute, there's one thing that God gave me, man, and it popped into my mind. I said, oh my God. He brought up Jezebel. Revelations 2, he brought up the spirit of Jezebel. Now, every time in the past when I thought about Jezebel, I thought about it as a sexual thing. See, people automatically associate Jezebel as being a sexual thing, but not associating it with being a controlling thing. See, Jezebel, the spirit of Jezebel was designed to take control of the church. And any of y'all know the whole history of Jezebel? If you break it down, go to Revelation and read and grab different scriptures and correlate to that to what Jezebel, the spirit of Jezebel is, it's about control. A lot of people think that the man controls the household. And I'm going to jump out on a limb and say I beg to differ. God did never say that the man controls the household. That's not true. The man doesn't control the relationship. What happens is when God gives dominion to the man, he gives dominion to govern the household, not to control the household. Any household that has a dictatorship or somebody that controls that household, I feel for them. I feel sorry for them because they're under the rule of a Jezebel spirit if they got that spirit of control. When you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be able to reason, talk, and reason, talk through, or explain to your partner, this is what I desire to do. Y'all have conversations about it. It's not, no, I control it. We're going to do this, and that's the rule, and that's what, you know, God don't even rule like that. But for some reason, today's society and the people in it, they think that you have to be in control of your house and control everything, control your kids and control. And that has little to do with how your life can run and be successful and smooth without being controlled. Now, in relationships, when you deal with somebody that has a controlling spirit, one thing about control, if it doesn't get its way, or if the individual that has that possession of control, they'll dismiss you easily with no regards, with nothing. They'll just get rid of you like, all to the next one. It's because if it cannot control, it has to find a weaker or a less dominant individual, person, spirit to control. If you are not the type of person that's going to be controlled, the spirit of Jezebel will not be able to hang around you long. Only because it's about possessing and controlling you. And if you're not the individual that has that type of spirit to be controlled, it's not going to hang around. It's going to go where it can control and be the dominant force. You understand what I'm saying? And it's funny that God brought this up in my thoughts or spirit or whatever, because when you feel like you're in the presence of somebody that controls, this aspect you deal with on your job, because you got CEOs who want to control things, but not necessarily run things. Have you ever been on the job and you got people that just like to control because they're in the position? You know the difference when you're in the presence of somebody who knows how to do their job without controlling you. You understand? Things seem to run good. Things seem to fit into place. It just does well when you're in the presence of somebody who knows how to do a job rather than use control or use the position to control you to do the job. You understand what I'm saying? Things run smoothly when you're in the presence of somebody who knows how to run the job without using the influence of control. You got people on the job that use control. You got family members that use control against you. If you're in the family and you're under a strong family structure, there's control in that as well. Because somebody in that family most likely has the power to govern the whole family and get them to do what needs to be done. You got control, in churches. The pastor does not control the congregation. You understand what I'm saying? People got that misconception that the overseer of the church controls the church. He governs the church. He has the ruling authority in the church, but he doesn't control the church. You understand what I'm saying? If God doesn't control, why is he going to give the spirit to the leader to control? That's not the way it works. But that's the misconception that we have out here in this society, that everything has to be controlled. And that's not the way God designed things to be. It's not. So this is your boy Ace just dropping something on you about control. Watch out for people who try to control you. There's control. You can find the way people try to manipulate and use control sometimes is through silence. They'll silence themselves in order to gain control of a situation. You understand? Now, that can be sometimes good. If you're trying to gain control of a particular situation without having to allow it to get out of control, you might have to silence yourself. You might have to back away, be quiet, don't say nothing, and allow it to take its course. So you might say, you know what? I need to gain control of this situation, so I'm going to shut up and just allow the situation to go according to the way I want it or feel it should go. So I'm just going to shut up and let the situation be. There's controlling aspects when you get silent. You understand? And that's one thing I want us to realize. If we're going to do anything and there's a situation that's out of control, silence yourself to gain control. That's all. I'm not going to be long. I just thought that I'll just, in between my travels, just drop a little something on you guys. Hopefully y'all having a good, prosperous morning. Hopefully everything is great. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the thumbs up. If you watch this video and you like it, just throw a thumbs up for your boy Ace. I appreciate it. Just lets me know that you agree with some of the content. And even if you don't, there's always a place where you can make a comment at and say, hey, Ace, I don't really agree with that too much. You know, it ain't like I'll fall to pieces because you give me criticism or you give me a comment. I invite you to comment on, you know, some of my videos. I invite you to do that. That's not something where I will fall to pieces about. I enjoy intertwining and I enjoy giving some things that come to my mind and also some things that I feel can help some of my viewers and as well as myself. You feel me? That's all. So I appreciate you. Love you guys and hope that the rest of your day continues to be prosperous and you just put your best foot forward in this day. So I'm going to say peace to y'all. This your boy Ace from Ace Corner Talk. I'm out.